Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to The Rise of the Golden Idol. This game is the sequel to 2022's Case of the Golden Idol, which is a game that I absolutely loved. If you're not familiar, these are murder mystery games that really there's nothing to compare them to. Nothing else quite plays the way they do. If you're interested in watching a playthrough of the first game, of course we do have one on the channel. I will drop a link in the doobly-doo. But without any further ado, let's just jump into this because I'm very excited to see where they go with it, and especially what they do with it in a more modern setting. Okay, we have a necklace here. I don't, what is this? A murderous way out. In this game, we will solve scenarios involving murder and other strange events. We'll do this by dragging words into the correct slots within sentences. So they'll give us basically like a story about what happened in the scene that we're about to see, but with many of the important words removed, and we will have to fill in the words from the scene. So yeah, police needed to gather evidence to prove that the death had been some kind of bridge. Probably a suspension bridge, if I had to guess. Okay, digging the updates to the art style here. So, to solve a scenario, you must first explore the location by clicking on all the hotspots and gathering all the words. This location is explored, it says. But see, we have 0 of 25 words here. There are words to gather. So, what are we... Okay, this is where we will compile our narrative about what occurred. We don't know these two gentlemen. Okay, so we need to find the words. This is a list of the patients in the Special Care Unit C. So we have Alexander Jensen, a Pacific War veteran. Oriel Toussaint, a professor of ancient Lemurian history. Mason Turner, accountant and repeat murderer. Ivy Hayes, beauty salon manager. Well, now, I mean, we might be looking at Mason Turner here. We might be, but let's not jump to any conclusions. All right, so got some words. File those away. How do I get this to close? Okay, I have to hit escape. A pack of Sweet Pine cigarettes. I appreciate that it just drops the words into your collection when you find them, as opposed to making you click on each of them individually the way the first game did. And your name is Morgue, apparently. Either that or you've stolen Morgue Braca's outfit and name tag. So is this a prison, an asylum, a hotel? I guess we'll put it all together. I mean, sure don't look like a hotel. What's your deal, friend? Okay, prom, Nepal, prom, he shouts. What did that? There we go. A chewed cloth strap from this straitjacket, which, again, I feel like it gives us a pretty good idea what we're looking at here. This is a rubber baton. All right. So we can see here we have our collection of words. This fellow is Morgue Braca. I don't know. Okay, so some things close when you hit escape. Some things have a little X that you have to... I'm not sure I love that. So, our friend Morgue Braca is being killed with a strap from a straitjacket here. In the... what did it say? Red Pines? Redwood? Redwood. Yeah, I don't love the fact that some of the windows close one way and some of them close another. That's not ideal. In the Redwood Asylum. This is probably Mason Turner, right? It's Mason Turner, Alexander Jensen, or Oriel Toussaint. Do we have... So here's the thing. I don't know these words. I don't know if I'm supposed to be getting a language from this. Oh, you can organize the words in your inventory however you like. Here, let's complete this little sub-objective. You can quickly hide and show all the elements you last had open by pressing the I button. Oh, that's nice. Actually, that helps a little bit. Okay, yeah, that control will take care of some of my issues with this. I will say it feels a little bit like it feels a little bit like we are sort of making a guess here. I'm probably supposed to get who it is from the language. Out of curiosity, if I were to type Prom Nepal into Google, what it does is it auto-completes Prom Napoleon Dynamite. That's not super useful. Because, like, I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't want to be like, because this guy's murdering, he is a murderer. I mean, he is now a murderer, but I don't mean, like, you know, that he was previously a murderer. So, that said, it is always, like, the people who are involved with ancient Lemurian stuff who are, you know, causing trouble and being driven mad by the artifacts in these games. So maybe this is the guy. Let's see here. Let's just throw a thing on. The Professor, Auriel Toussaint. Let's see what that does. I'm curious what it will do to us if we get something wrong. The answer is that was the correct answer. I mean, that's knowledge from the previous game. It's always Lemurian artifacts in these games. Auriel Toussaint, professor of ancient Lemurian history, chewed through his straitjacket strap and suddenly strangled Nurse Morg Braca in cell 202. For a certain definition of nurse, Lazarus Hurst was the leader of the Puritanical Order Party, which governed Albion from 1792 to 1795. Some claim he used a mystical golden idol to seize power, mostly the people who played the previous game. Nowadays, though, this is known to be a myth. For a certain definition of myth. Congratulations on finishing your first case. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the video game. You made it. Chapter 1, The Curse, in which a strange threat looms over New Wells. So, have you re-examined all your assumptions? Is a step that I always get stuck on, but we're gonna do our level best here. Getting stuck and working through challenges to find a solution is the heart of the game. Before you resort to hints, we suggest you ask yourself these questions. Have you made a typo? That's a weird... It's weird to put typo like in quotation marks there, like scare quotes, but also like there's not a lot of typing in the game. Have you considered all the evidence? And then, yeah, you can... There are hints. You can access hints. So what have we here? Academic impact. The death of a brilliant mind. I'm guessing, you know, impact is sort of a double entendre here. So, we have a man who seems to be in poor condition. He's got on him a red pen. He himself is not breathing. No big surprise there. Sir, which of these speech titles do you prefer for the graduation ceremony at Imperial University? The shortcomings of Novak's algorithms, I don't want to criticize my own work in an inspirational speech, or, in the age of computers, math is the new frontier. Not great, but will do. Okay, so this guy is Novak. Or perhaps Novak, depending on... okay, so he's got a lighter and a key, both of which bear this same symbol. Pack of Brigantine Blue Blend cigarettes. And... some address cards. That's weird. Okay. Whatever, we'll make some sense of it. Let me, real quick here, just go ahead and throw that in there, because we do know that. Actually, let me click back over here. These name cards, yeah, these are all different names. So, I'm allowed to rearrange things. Let's actually, let's pull these over here. And Thomas Crow. Then there's a there's another name that goes with Novak, presumably. Got some buildings in the background. Westbridge 1, property of Sir Isaac. Okay, with that symbol. I don't know. What should we do? I'm sorry, do you have ID on it that just says Bagman? Car key, a wedding ring. Okay, that's not. Doesn't seem likely to be super significant. I guess the dude's name is like John Bagman. Oh, sorry, Cyril. Cyril Bagman. Oh my god. Is he dead, Cyril? Dear Deborah, I'm saddened to hear that Brandon's exam results have been rather poor. It seems your son has taken after his father. I warned you about marrying into that family. Mommy. Who signs their letters Mommy? Okay, so here we have the Bagmans. Cyril and Deborah. Right, the wedding ring. Wedding rings obviously are meant to give us that. This car's engine is still running, so they've hit our man here, our professor. Okay, there's a cigarette machine, notably not carrying the brand of cigarettes that he's got on him, which is interesting. There's still something. Oh, here I don't have all the exclamation points cleared out. Arrange for a taxi to be here at 6 p.m. I have a meeting at 45C Stockyard Street. Okay. So, we know that his first name starts with an I then, because he left the initials IN. So, oh, that's interesting. We'll deal with that in a moment. So it would seem that Cyril Bagman and Deborah Bagman, again, very odd surname there, discovered the body of Isaac Novak, which was there because he blanked the blank. He sure did slip on, or okay, he verbed the noun. He verbed the noun good and hard, too. He slipped on the stairs. Yes, the stairs are covered with ice and snow. He seems to have just slid right down. Very unfortunate. Slipped on these stairs. No. He fell from the stairs. That's certainly true. But well, he slid down. He did do that. The reason he's laying here, it looks to me like the car didn't hit him. What is this? There's this odd like yellow tie hanging here. Does he have? I don't think there's any reason for us to think that that's. I mean, oh no, okay. He does have a torn sleeve, actually. So he probably fell from here and a piece of his sleeve got caught. So actually, sorry, he fell from the bridge and then landed on the stairs and slid down. And the red herring here, you're intended to think, oh, he was getting cigarettes, but then you notice that the brand of cigarettes he has on him is not from that machine. So, yeah, he's fallen from the bridge above, tearing his yellow shirt sleeve in the process. Presumably, we will find out how that came to happen at some point. Thank you for your cooperation. We are happy to cover Brandon's tuition fees, provided our arrangement lasts. From your side, we expect complete confidentiality about our motivation for funding Brandon. Any breach of this confidentiality will result in a swift termination of funding. Sincerely, the Rare Talent Fund. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So, if we're filling this story bit in with nouns that we have here, the little bits of information we have at this point, this is the only thing that makes sense here. The famous scientist Isaac Nowak was discovered dead by the Bagman couple. A few days later, sorry, I didn't note the, I guess, we don't know. Offered to fund Brandon someone's tuition in exchange for confidentiality about the fact that, so presumably this is Isaac had been affected by something, right? This is going to be Brandon Bagman. Can we hop back into academic impact real quick? There was a letter there with the kid's name? Yeah, Brandon's exam. Okay. My memory, as you can probably tell, is a little bit not the sharpest. I forget things very quickly. So it's nice that it's easy to review the evidence quickly. So, rare talent offered to fund Brandon Bagman's tuition. We don't know who it was. We don't know who is behind that. So we'll come back to story 1 after we figure out this next mystery. Under construction, a brutal blue-collar departure. So at this point, you've pretty much got the idea. It's going to be a bunch of this. I'm digging it. I'm into it so far. Which has resulted in the death of foreman Joel Gregson. An upsetting accident indeed. This is Miranda Meadows from New Wells Regional TV. Back to you in the studio. Okay, the foreman Joel Gregson is dead. Also, I'm sure she's going to be on our list of people. Let's just go ahead and nail down Miranda Meadows right now. And I think this is a thing. Let's, when we get names completed, let's just move them over to these right columns. Keep them together. Okay, some kind of fancy machine. Best Bill. This is someone named Bill's mug. Also, something's wrong with the leg, I guess. Oh, sure. Yeah, damage to the leg. Because somebody hit the leg with a wrecking ball. Safety rules. When operating grade 2 heavy machinery, such as demolisher, excavator, or cutter, check the machine's status lights. Report to the service team if you see any errors. Okay, and nothing else of interest in here. This stuff's all good. That's cute. They have, they want us to identify each of these individually. Okay, and who was driving them? Well, I mean, this is pretty obviously a cutter. That'll be a demolisher, and that's an excavator. If I know anything about what thing does what, let's get these out of the way. Yeah, it bothers me a little bit, like, okay, so nothing with an X on it closes with escape. I'm going to accidentally be pulling the menu up a lot, I can tell. All right, what's going on in the excavator? We have a picture of a man with a fish. Real dating profile poison there. All right, here is probably Mr. Gregson. Foreman. Fine, you and the boys can end your shift early today to watch the Peel game, but only if you finish dismantling the old sewage pipes in the construction pit first. These are the tasks for this coming Monday, July 14. Werther should start digging out the old electric cables. Totsky must finally demolish that red garage building. Okay. That's a lot of bits to work with. Yeah, the man is not breathing. He sure isn't. So this is our Joel Gregson. We probably don't need this right this second. So according to that note, let me jump back to the note here. In theory, Werther is probably operating the excavator, although we don't know which of these guys is which at the moment. Presumably, Joel Gregson was not in one of the machines. But I guess let's finish snooping before we go. Okay, that's an extra dead body. I mean, it's an additional dead body, but also he seems extra dead. He's got Luke Brown's dog tags. He's not breathing. There's easy work at the old docks. Ask the locals for Hunter Wolf. Okay. So presumably this guy would be neither of the people mentioned there, right? This is a note from someone telling him to seek someone else. He might be Luke Brown, but that could also be, red herring stuff. It's probably worth attaching the name to him for the moment anyway, just to get the associations made. Hey Roy, come here, quick, we got another corpse. It's fresh, but there's something wrong with it. Okay, so Mr. Ian Worth, let's continue attaching these names. We know Ian Worth. Let's see here. There's a Luke. I can't. Yeah, it's a shame. I can't really box select. I just want to move stuff down. All right. The dog tag was Luke Brown. Luke Brown, which is probably who you are, but again, it could be trickeries. Always tough to say. So Hunter Wolf was the name we were given. Benny Crystal was the name we were given. And then the name Roy comes from this shout. So this will be Roy probably. Yep, Roy Sampson. So you're saying that the vehicle's not been working since July 10th? Yeah, let me note this down, Mr. Jenkins. Okay, so presumably it is 1977. Here we have a Roy Sampson, and that's a Mr. Jenkins. Here we go. Yeah, look, my vehicle's been out of order since yesterday. I requested the repair team. You could check with head office. Okay, well, only one of the vehicles is out of order. So this is our Mr. Jenkins. And presumably he is the operator of the cutter. Ah, shit. And we missed the pail game as well, Ted. It was all for nothing. All right. Shit happens, Monty. Shit happens. Okay. So, this is a Monty. This is a Ted. And if we pull this to the front, we can do some of that. Okay, so one of these dudes is presumably Totsky. The other one is Werter. And given that we have everybody on the at the scene here, it's reasonable to think that maybe this Bill is Bill Jenkins. Where did we get the name Bill from? Was it on this list? No. This is only referring to people by their last names. Yeah, shoot. Where did the name Bill come from? So this is that guy. Yeah, this is a downside. Best Bill. Okay. All right. So right now we're thinking that guy was the one operating the thing that that matches up with him being Bill Jenkins, right? Now we just got to separate who's Werter, and who's Totsky. So what did that note say about that? If Totsky's the demolisher, the excavator is the one with the fishing picture. So, presumably, this guy's in the excavator, this guy's in the demolisher. And that makes... This is a little clumsy, the way that I'm having to jump around here. Okay, Werter in the excavator gives us... I need my... Werter is Ted. Okay. Easy. So at that point, we have like pretty much all of the information worked out. Let's figure out these events. So somebody used the thing on the thing, resulting in the death of your friend and mine, Joel Gregson. Following this, the body of one Luke Brown was found unexpectedly. What bad luck for whoever was trying to dispose of Luke Brown's body. So, used the blank on the blank blank. Given the words we have here, I mean, this is the sewage pipe, right? So, it was whoever was operating the machine. I mean, this looks like the work of... How does the pipe get up here? Because none of these are like, you know, grab a thing and lift it type machines. So how does... Is he like pulling with the excavator and it just irresponsibly, you know, like the thing breaks and because it's being forced from like the bottom, kind of like hops up onto the... This is not totally clear to me. Physics-wise, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Demolish that red garage building. Start digging out the old electric cables. Do we see a red garage building? We don't. So we don't know where that is or if that would have anything to do with what's going on. So, I mean, it seems to me, I guess... Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't you. Nothing about what goes on here looks like a cut, anyway. So, I don't know. The excavator... And if it was the excavator, then it's, what's his face? Ted. Okay. It didn't feel right. Like, how does the pipe get up here? This is the thing I actually am not... Oh, it has a big... Okay, it has a big impact mark. Right, so it was the other machine. The demolisher. Can I use the word right from here? Okay, that's awfully nice. And that means that it was Monty, actually. It was Monty what did it. And he seems to have no remorse at all. It still doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me physics-wise. Like, how did they swing it from underneath enough that it was going to lift the thing up like that? You know, because if you look at, like, the amount of horizontal travel versus the amount of vertical travel, that hit must have been mostly on the underside. I don't know. Foreman Joel needed to remove a sewage pipe, but the cutter vehicle was out of order, so they used the wrong tool for the job to some unexpected results. Police arrived and, during their investigation, found another fresh body inside the sewage pipe. Just, again, real bad luck for whoever disposed of that body. You have seen his body. It would be a shame if it got out that the man who was an inspiration to the world was just another junkie, like one of those homeless deadbeats. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone, but there are those who might. I suggest you talk to the commissioner. Okay, so Luke Brown was an inspiration to the world, was he? During a construction yard accident, the body of one Luke Brown was found in a sewage pipe. Afflicted by a strange condition, the police named the something. We don't have this color of word yet. So, let's get some more of the story, shall we? Oh, hold on. We have... Okay, these are just, the text that you see when you solve the scenario. All right, newsflash. The sudden announcement of a sinister cult. That's a weird way to put... Do cults... Okay. It's fine. An announcement of a cult seems like a strange way to put that. What do we have here? These are the 2 topics we wanted to cover today. I can offer you 5 minutes for a couple of questions now. Press conference, 1 p.m. December 7th. They expect updates on the high-profile case and the string of bum deaths. Bum deaths, probably not the best terminology. I appreciate you joining me, Jack. It's nice to see a familiar face. These vultures are after Father's reputation. I convinced the police to release his body today so we can start preparing for the funeral. Unfortunately, it will have to be a closed casket ceremony. The fall has disfigured his face. And she's got a letter here. To the rest of the executive team, I appreciate the offers to take time off to mourn, but we must prove that the International Knowledge Foundation can function without its creator. Therefore, I will continue leading it. All Foundation projects listed below should proceed uninterrupted. Third World Light, Wisdom Interconnected, and the Rare Talent Fund. CEO, EN. So presumably, since she's talking about the fall disfiguring Father's face, this is a Noak. And this guy is Jack. Well, I know we haven't been close lately, but I had to come and support my cousin. Don't worry about the closed casket thing. Your father was the greatest scientist of the modern age, and I assure you his legacy will live on. So, we have a Jack. EN is presumably some other Noak, maybe? The EN that signed the letter she's holding? I guess we'll find out. Okay, that's a lot of words. Is the family going to press charges against the municipality? I am thankful for our police force. It is one of the few corruption-free institutions we have. As the commissioner said, the death was a tragic accident. Why do the police call the cause of all these homeless deaths the Red Curse? Is there really a demon-worshipping cult? Well, it's just shorthand. We strongly believe the deaths are linked to a demon-worshipping drug cult, and we plan to involve experts from out of state. Are you considering any explanations other than a connection to drugs? For instance, a deliberate assassination through telepathy. Wow, that's quite a for instance. We deal with real crime, sir, not fantasy. Next question, please. Okay, the Red Curse. That's interesting. So during the conference, this guy claimed the case was a drug murder. What is the noun that we want to put here? She said it was a tragic accident, so I guess she says he said the death was a tragic accident. Okay. Sorry, I'm not allowed to grab the words directly off there. The case has a strong drug connection. Cult connection? Well, we don't have the word cult, though, actually. We'll just put this here for now. We may end up refiguring that later. What the hell, Roy? I thought you called this conference. What is old Seb doing blathering about that on the what is old Seb blathering about up there on the podium? Are you off the case? What's a bloody demonic drug cult expert? I've never heard of it. All right, Ian Worth is here along with his buddy Roy Sampson. That's all right. Apparently 9th District needs help, so I've been promoted to homicide lead there. Besides, if this is some drug cult thing, it's definitely out of my wheelhouse. Get to Sebastian's office immediately. Bring these case files. Okay, interesting. So, the commissioner's name is Sebastian something. So we have a Jack, we have a Sebastian, we have a Roy Sampson and an Ian Worth, obviously. Okay, still missing some important names. It looks like we've covered everything in this exterior scene. Let's step inside. Okay, yeah. Autopsy table. Cause of death. Alright, so we got a bunch of bodies. I mean, we can make some connections here. I don't know what the utility of that is at the moment. Tiger 98. What a weird way to name your case files. So this is Beetle 4. On slab. If that's C, probably... My guess is probably what we're looking at here is A, B, C, D, right? C has the blunt trauma to the back of the head. Gecko 71. Okay. What's up here? The Allied States of Hesperia flag. Give us a little bit of grounding. Case name closed. Led by Roy Sampson, deceased Sir Isaac Nowak, world famous scientist and philanthropist. Elizabeth Nowak, Adam Nowak, and Jack Nowak. Okay. So this is Jack. This is going to be our Elizabeth, E-N. I can't put the last name in two spots. So actually, let me just move this up here. These are the Nowaks. Then we have an Adam, who is theoretically somewhere. Probably not related to this scene. Okay, that was dramatic. Welcome to the Wisdom Interconnected Network. Please input query. Computer, let me in. Command not recognized. Please input query. Dear Mr. Walsh, congratulations on becoming Wisdom Interconnected's newest board member. Our next board meeting is in June, after which you will receive biannual remuneration. Meanwhile, please accept the latest DAC2 computing machine as a token of our appreciation. Okay. Case name Possum 13, led by Roy Sampson. Deceased homeless individual alias Dirty William. Found in a container at the old docks at Stockyard Street, cause of death unknown, clearly connected to Cougar 9. I mean, obviously. Anyone could see that. Yep, and here's Cougar 9, the Red Curse cases. Potential witnesses or suspects, Benny Crystal, Hunter Wolf. Yeah, just the names on the notes. Alright. So that's got us all of our words. Okay, and this is a picture of a dead guy. We saw this this neck wound in the morgue. I don't really know what to make of that. This is a picture of some dude from the case whatever. His body lies on one of them tables. His death is linked to the something or other. Okay. Well, let me move this aside here. So Cougar 9 is the name they've given to the Red Curse cases. We are not told of links between many of the cases, so this feels like it could be this guy, right? Because we have the clearly connected to. So let me try to fill some stuff in here. We're going to end up with too many names for me to keep separating them out like that, especially because the game is going to want to give us other words really close. So this could be Dirty William from the case Possum 13. His death then linked to Cougar 9 is to say it is linked to the Red Curse. Let's go back to the morgue. That's not what I want. Sorry. I guess the only way to get back to that other scene is this. So this has got to be Slate B, right? Yeah, unknown connected to Cougar 9, question mark. Yeah, that's got to be Slate B. So, okay. This is the only other connection. Dirty William might be, might not be what they're looking for. It is just an alias after all. So yeah, that's your asphyxiation with the rope. That's your bullet wound. So that's A and D. So that's another way to work it out instead of just trying to deduce it from the arrangement. I'm fairly sure we're right about this part. I think it's this stuff is what's wrong. So cause of death unknown, possibly connected to Cougar 9. This does seem right. Which would mean that Possum 13 is right. But that this guy must have a different name? Or maybe it's something else. Maybe I am confused about something else here. Maybe what they want for the red is his death is linked to the red curse. Maybe what they want is like, well, we can't say drug cult because we don't have cult again. There's a critical word we're missing. I don't know. I feel like all of this stuff is for sure correct. All right, what do we know about the other case designations? We don't actually get to see this case name. This doesn't really help us here. Except probably giving us the fact that the commissioner's last name is Walsh, which I guess we should fill in. Okay, so Sebastian Walsh, and we can fill that in here as well. One of these cases is a tragic accident. Another one has a strong drug connection. Yep, once again. All right. Cause of all these homeless deaths, the Red Curse. Is there really a demon-worshipping cult? So they're talking there about the drug cases, which are going by the name Cougar 9. Or the Red Curse cases. Meanwhile, this other case... Oops, sorry, no, not that. That is Cougar 9. The other case is a tragic accident. So... yeah, the blunt trauma, which is Gecko 71. Right, because that's the, no, maybe not. Because this should be hemorrhage from bullet wounds. Yeah, blunt trauma to the back of the head. We still don't know why he fell. So... look at the case file again. Unfortunately, everything that might be useful is redacted. So we don't actually know what the cause of death was. We just know that the body fell afterward. And then there's this bit of dialogue out here. The fall has disfigured his face. Yeah, I guess that's trauma to the back of the head, right? But none of these are really about a face wound. So I mean, this guy's face is not really disfigured. There's a weird mark, but that seems strong to me. Yeah, I wouldn't describe this face as disfigured, so I would think that this is the one with the disfigured face, because we can see these two are fine. But if that's the case, that means that this is Novak, which Novak of Gecko 71. Oh, wait. Hold on. This case number is Beetle 4. Why did I think it was... I thought it was Possum 13 because of something... Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's not Dirty William. This is a different guy. Okay, well then... We have a bunch of pieces of names here, and I'm not sure. Like, are we supposed to be taking from this... Like, who are these people? Are these people supposed to be Benny Crystal and Hunter Wolf? Is that why their pictures are clipped in? You would think that there would be... The way this is laid out is like, you know, these are potentially like people of interest in the investigation. It doesn't suggest to us that they are known to have the Red Curse. Like, these are other victims in the Red Curse cases, right? The way this is written does not make me think that these people are also Red Curse cases, and thus these two. All right, so the case Gecko 71 was a tragic accident. The case Cougar 9 has a strong drug connection. Let me see if there are maybe different words here. Let's go back outside and look at the camera again. Deaths are linked to a demon-worshipping drug cult. As the commissioner said, the death was a tragic accident. That's the death of what's-his-face. So given the words that we have here, is there anything else? Has a blank blank. That second word just grammatically has to be connection, right? Do any of these other words make sense as the final word of a sentence? The final word of this sentence? I don't think so. It feels like drug connection is right. I think maybe I've got the case number wrong. But they are talking about the cause of all these homeless deaths. Connected to Cougar 9. Yeah, I don't know. I'm clearly missing something here. Something important. Let's have a look at the events thing. We haven't filled this in at all. Newell scheduled a press conference to announce that someone had been a victim of the thing. And again, we grammatically here. A victim of the... It sure seems like Red Curse. And if that's the case, then this is Luke Brown. Right, if this isn't Red Curse, what else is it going to be? The fact that they didn't give us the noun cult really saves us from a lot of potential ambiguity. Before the conference, someone offered Sebastian Walsh a blank and a computer. A board position and a computer, in fact. Who was that did the offering? Wisdom Interconnected. And was that the name of the foundation? No, this is the International Knowledge Foundation. Okay, of which Wisdom Interconnected is a part. So, really, the person doing this is Elizabeth. As a result, during the conference, Sebastian Walsh... okay, I'm not allowed to duplicate it from there. Should probably put this over here. Declared that Isaac Nowak had been the result of a tragic accident. So this is not true, right? He was bribed into saying a thing. So maybe the police scheduled a conference to announce that Isaac was a victim of the Red Curse. Maybe that is a piece of information that we are supposed to be deducing here. And then Elizabeth swung in and hushed that all up. Yeah. Okay. The day the conference was announced, Elizabeth Nowak visited Police Commissioner Sebastian Walsh and offered him a lucrative board position with one of the foundations she led. In exchange, she wanted him to hide the facts about her father's death. Sebastian accepted the proposal. He swiftly promoted Roy Sampson to another position and took over the conference announcements. And we would have been able to backstep the rest of this information from that fact pretty quickly, I'd like to think. I would hope. But I was supposed to arrive there not just through parsing the grammar of the events page. Whatever. We got there in a way. So, summary of evidence. 2, Roy Sampson. Beetle 4 had the same affliction as Cougar 9, strong. Beetle 4 and Cougar 9 had the same cause of death, weak. Foreign substance present, 0 in both cases. So definitely not actually a drug thing. There is something else going on. Cougar 9 notes. Notable places. Benny's place, 380 Low Street, is a drug-pushing office. The 3 warehouses in the old docks. There is the FARP warehouse, the 45A stockyard, which wouldn't let us in without a warrant. The old warehouse at 45B stockyard, which was decommissioned in 1950. The Steelside warehouse at 45C stockyard, which was completely empty, but with evidence of recent cleaning. Here we have our friend Benny Crystal, claims he hardly knew Luke Brown. They were not friendly. Advised contacting Hunter Wolf, who has a workshop in the Steelside warehouse and offers odd jobs to people like Luke. We were not able to find Hunter Wolf, though. No traces in the Steelside warehouse or anywhere else in the docks. Okay, that's interesting. So, the strange condition the police named the Red Curse. During a construction yard accident, the body of Luke Brown was found in a sewage pipe, afflicted by this condition. A few months later, the famous scientist Isaac Nowak was discovered dead by the Bagman couple. After being contacted by someone, somebody worried, this will be Elizabeth. Elizabeth Nowak worried that everybody thought her father had been a drug user, I would imagine, or a cult member. Neither one of these things are a great look for, someone's legacy. So, Elizabeth Nowak, through one of her foundations, offered to fund Brandon Bagman's tuition in exchange for confidentiality for the fact that Isaac Nowak had been affected by the Red Curse. Hours before the conference, Police Commissioner Sebastian Walsh was offered a similar deal and took it. However, the laboratory investigation found no evidence, zero. It actually said zero. Zero evidence that either Red Curse victim had been a drug user. Easy. Here's the thing about video games. They're all very easy and nobody has ever had a problem with any of them. And so, Story 2 becomes available. Shortly before his death, Isaac Nowak went to meet someone at this bridge. A few days later, someone connected to the something provoked. So are we still talking about the same bribes here? Provoked Elizabeth Nowak into bribing Sebastian Walsh, who stopped the investigation into Isaac Nowak's death. So Isaac Nowak went to meet someone at... the word bridge is not even available here. Westbridge 1. Okay, he was supposed to go to Stockyard Street, 45C Stockyard Street, which we know to be... is there a way to pop me just back out to this menu quickly? 45C is the Steelside warehouse. So he was meant to meet someone at the Steelside warehouse. A few days later, someone connected to the sorry, it was bothering me. What did Elizabeth have on her? Because it does seem like, the International Knowledge Foundation can function without its creator. So she's responding to this concern. Someone connected to the... Given the nouns we have here, given the gray nouns we have... I mean, it's someone connected to the Imperial University, probably? Again, that doesn't feel like a thing I got to via fax. It feels like a thing I got to via grammar. Okay, yeah, this is the only thing that's not right. So... I don't think the second case... Let me pop out to that second case again real quick. No, this is not going to have any information. All right, what did Novak have on him? So he was going to a graduation ceremony at the Imperial University. And he had on him these Westbridge 1 property of Sir Isaac. We still don't know what he's doing with these names and addresses. That's interesting. Huh. Someone connected to the police station? I guess the idea, like, maybe I'm taking the word provoked in the wrong way. I'm thinking like somebody put pressure on her in a way, right? Who is in the position to do that? But maybe they just want police station because like somebody called her and was like, "Hey, this body looks like it's got the red curse," and that provokes her into bribing the guy, not in the way that like somebody put pressure on her to do it, but in the like this was just the instigating piece of information. No, okay, that's not what they mean. So someone connected to the... Where's Westbridge Manor from? Those aren't words that we have in this setup. I mean, these people are just... Yeah, these people are just people who happen by. They don't have anything to do with anything. So this is her buying their silence. So this is the thing that provoked the letter, right? I won't tell anyone, but there are those who might. I suggest you talk to the commissioner, you being Elizabeth, and then she did and bribe. So this symbol here is the critical thing. Have we seen that symbol anywhere else? It's not on any of Isaac's notes or anything. No. Perhaps I am being foolish here. I'm inclined to put Westbridge Banner into the slot, but I don't remember, like, I don't know where Westbridge came from. That is making me a little nervous. It definitely would feel like a guess. The International Knowledge Foundation. Okay, so there's nothing else here. That's just a quick jump from case to case. Okay, yeah, I'm actually really unsure of where Westbridge Manor, where these words come from. I mean, that's not anything. We don't know anything about that. So Isaac went to meet someone at the Steelside warehouse. Someone connected to... Provoked. I mean, it's a person connected to the, to the crazy wolf people. It's a person connected to the morgue is who it is, right? Like somebody who saw the body. Someone connected to the FARP place. So Hunter Wolf has a workshop in the Steelside warehouse. So maybe this is Steelside warehouse? Or the word. There aren't that many different phrases that work grammatically here. Someone connected to the something. Okay, that is all they wanted. That's like less information than I feel like I was. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I still don't know where Westbridge Manor came from. These are words that are alien to me. This, I would argue, is not information that we have. From the things we were given, we know she was contacted by somebody. Is it supposed to be because I have seen the body we're supposed to get, but like he didn't make it to the Steelside warehouse, right? Well, again, that's not information we have. It looked like he was killed on the bridge, right? Perhaps on the way to the warehouse, like maybe walking to the warehouse. Somebody came up behind him on the bridge. The implication now is that he did make it to the Steelside warehouse and there he died, and then somebody took his body to the bridge and hucked it off so it would be found down below, and people would think that he died down there or something. But that's not information that we actually had before, that he was killed somewhere else and then dumped. It could absolutely have been that somebody just bludgeoned him on the bridge and then he fell off. So I do feel like it's a little bit unfair, a little bit guesswork. Oui, I could take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You could have 3 sous for it and call yourself lucky. Hey, that's that golden idol. And then there it remained, through all of the different ages of the dirigible, until Chapter 2, The Pursuit. I think we've done some fine work here today, and also made a guess or two that was appropriate to the grammar of the situation, sort of the shape of the case. So this is where we're going to call it for today. This is the thing that you have to look forward to. I'm very excited. I'm so happy that there is more of this game to be had. So when you come back next time, we're hopping into case number 2, The Pursuit, and we'll see you then.